What's up, everybody? What the fuck is going on? Welcome back to Cooking with Bird Martinez. The one, the only Bird motherfucking Martinez, bitch. Say it louder for the bitches in the back. All the bitches in the back. All the putas who's in the way back. Bitch.
Hey everyone, I just want to come on here real quick and talk a little bit about what happened with Bird Martinez. For those of you that don't know who Bird Martinez is, let me give you a little backstory and then on to a summary of what happened to her. Bird Martinez is a 34-year-old YouTuber out of Los Angeles, California. She is married to a man named Mario, who she has 3 beautiful children with named Mandy, Sophia, and Mario Jr. Bird has 2 channels here on YouTube. The first channel is Bird Martinez and the second channel is Cooking with Bird Martinez. Bird covers a variety of things on her channel, obviously cooking, but she also does how-tos and she talks a lot about family values. She shares inspiring stories. She does a lot of things with her kids. She also shares stories about her trauma, which I'll get into in a minute. And she's quite the entrepreneur. She has a salsa business. She has a hair product business of this hair product she makes and sells to people. It's just really, really cool. Most recently here, Bird has been doing meet and greets and getting to reach out and meet her subscribers, and she's been having a lot of fun with that. Bird is also raw and unapologetic when it comes to being herself. And that is something I admire about her. I think that she sometimes says things that people are afraid to say. But at the end of the day, my feelings is that Bird has a huge heart. And she really cares about people. She really loves her family. You can tell that she takes a lot of pride in taking care of her family as well. Now I'm going to break down a small summary of what happened to her. Early morning Sunday, November 21st, 2020, at about 1:45 a.m., Erica Bird Martinez was stabbed multiple times in her upper torso and her neck and her back by her attacker. The attacker then stabbed her husband Mario 5 times, puncturing his lung and also almost severing off his ear. This unfortunately all took place inside of their home. 911 was called. Bird and Mario were both rushed to their local hospital, and the attacker, who was identified as Mario's 27-year-old brother, was arrested and charged with attempted murder, assault with a deadly weapon, and violation of a restraining order. He is currently being housed at Twin Towers Correctional Facility in downtown Los Angeles with bail set at $2,191,000. The injuries that Bird sustained left her a quadriplegic in the ICU. However, recent reports say that she has been able to wiggle some of her toes. Mario's injuries healed quickly, and he has been at home with their children. A report from 2 days ago stated that Bird had developed pneumonia and was scheduled to have a procedure that would help take some of the strain off of her lungs. The report also stated that she would more than likely be put back on a ventilator. The most recent reports state that Bird's procedure was successful and that she was temporarily put back on the ventilator, but has now been taken off and is breathing on her own again. Today, the family posted that they were able to visit with Bird. It was the first time that the children have gotten to see her since November 21st. They even made a short video clip of Bird wiggling her toes on her left foot and moving her foot and leg on her right side, also moving her left hand and arm slightly. Doctors and therapists said that she probably would not regain movement on her right side, and Bird is already proving them wrong.
So Erica asked me to make a video for her birdie nest and for her bird game. Okay, all right, Erica, move your right. The left. Okay, your hand. Okay, say hi. Love you.
That about wraps up the backstory, summary, and updates. Now I want to go on to talk about a few other things. I want to address 3 things. The first one will be a story time that Bird did a few months back about her brother-in-law and how abusive he was and how she tried to press charges on him. The second thing will be basically how I feel like LA County failed her, that this could have been prevented. And the third thing I want to address was the media coverage that this case has gotten. I really don't feel like it's gotten all that much. Oh, and I also want to talk a little tiny bit about some research I've done on paralysis, because I really was uneducated about being a quadriplegic or being a paraplegic, and I just thought it was more black and white, cut and dry. I had no idea that there was like several different levels of it. So I'd like to touch on that a little bit too. Now I'm going to play you a clip of Bird's story time about her brother-in-law.
Okay, motherfuckers, so now back to the motherfucking cheese man. Okay, so the reason we live here is because this is where Mario has been living like all his life, right? I moved in here, then, had my kids. Mario's mother has cancer, and I'm the one that Mario has a brother, right? And he has mental issues. He's actually bipolar or whatever. And we have had issues for the past years. So anyways, the whole fucking thing happened one day that I was cooking in the morning, and it was just not a good day for him. He started screaming at me, he started spitting at me, a whole thing, chicken motherfucking wing. When I tell you, that shit went from 0 to 100 real motherfucking quick. I am not fucking lying. So at the end, he pushed me. He actually choked me and pushed me up to the wall. Called the cops, pressed charges. It turned into a whole mess. You know, as a mother of a son, I can't even imagine having two sons and having one son against my other son's wife. So that shit fucking happened. His mother said, "Oh, I didn't see nothing. You're lying." And bitch, I fucking love you guys. When I was going through all that bullshit, I seriously did not know what the fuck to do. Because the only person that was there was my children, two, Mandy and Sophia, and their mother. And she said that I was fucking lying. That she didn't see nothing. Which is fucking bullshit. And God knows that I'm not fucking lying. That he fucking grabbed me and pulled me up that fucking wall. You know what I'm saying? I was seriously fucking scared. Like, I thought this motherfucker's gonna fucking stab me or some shit. You don't know, with people that are bipolar and they're, you know, going through drug abuse, they fucking go crazy. They go coconuts. So anyway, you know, I still kept making my videos because, you know what? Chingue su madre. So I would be like, you know what? Fuck it. And I'll do my videos. So acá like, yeah, suck it up, bird. Suck it up, bird. And, you know, the DA told me that, that I guess since the coronavirus, they want to give him a plea deal, and I don't think that's fair because it was not his first time against a female. You know what I'm saying? It's been over and over and over again, and then these bitches drop the motherfucking charges. But I feel like if the motherfucker's fucking with you, might as well. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like he fucks with me; he just fucked with me, and I feel bad for my husband, Mario. I tried him one time because I was so fucking sick of it. Because he does go crazy, you know what I'm saying? And we are trying to get the fuck out.
The part where she was talking about her mother-in-law not believing her, that broke my heart. How she said, "I fucking love you guys." Like that really breaks my heart. This guy, her brother-in-law, is 5'10", 240 pounds. I don't know Bird's exact weight and height, but she's a small chick. She's tiny. I can't imagine how terrified she must have been when he went after her. One of the articles I was reading that said that he was charged with attempted murder and assault with a deadly weapon also said that he was charged with violating a restraining order. I do not know this for certain, but I am assuming that Bird put this restraining order on him because it doesn't really make sense that his mom or his brother would put a restraining order on him. I'm not saying that never happens, but I just don't think it's the case in this situation. And I've seen people saying things, you know, like they shouldn't have been living there. They knew the brother-in-law was a problem, amongst other shit they're talking. However, reading in this article that he was charged with violation of a restraining order makes me feel like he no longer lived there and they felt safe. Let's say the article I read was wrong and they misprinted, they put out false information, you know, they made a mistake regarding his charges, he didn't have a restraining order. Let's say that happened and he was in fact living there. I still don't feel like people have a place to judge her. Life is hard, and especially living in Los Angeles County, it's definitely not cheap to live here. Speaking of Los Angeles County, LA really failed Bird and her family. This man should have still been in jail because Bird was not over-exaggerating when she said it was one time after the other, after the other, after the other. I'm not a sue-hungry type person. Like, I don't believe that suing people is always the answer. However, in this case, I hope she seeks legal recourse and gets a top-notch attorney to represent her, to hold the appropriate parties accountable. Now I want to talk about the media. Mainstream media and social media. I just don't feel like her story's being covered enough, especially with mainstream media. Social media, there's a good amount of creators that have covered her story. However, mainstream media, only one station has. The one news channel that did cover this case did an interview with Mario's mom, and if you'd like to see that, go over to my friend Activate LA's channel. There'll be a link in the description. In no way am I trying to disrespect anybody's family. What I'm about to say, I don't want it to be taken the wrong way. This is directed at the media and the media only. Every time I open my phone, I see Alexis Sharkey's story all over. All outlets are covering it. Every time I open my phone, I see her pretty face, and she sounds like she was a wonderful person. This is in no way to disrespect her. However, I'm just kind of wondering, like, why are they covering her so much and not Bird? There was an attempt taken on Bird's life. As I'm wondering why Bird's story's not getting as much attention as Alexis's, I'm going over different scenarios in my head to kind of try to figure it out. I'm thinking, could it be racial? Could it be that one lady is more marketable than the other? And then I was thinking, maybe Alexis has more of a following than Bird does. And I went and researched that, and that's not the truth. She only had half the following that Bird had. At the end of the day, both of these beautiful women deserve equal amount of attention and awareness brought to their stories. Now I want to talk a little bit about the research I did regarding paralysis. I had no idea that there were different levels of being a quadriplegic and different levels of being a paraplegic. I thought it was just either you're paralyzed from the neck down or the waist down. I had no idea that there was so much more to it. I'm going to be linking a video in the description that goes over the different levels of diagnosis regarding paralysis, so everybody could kind of have a better understanding of it. I also discovered that there's a huge community on YouTube of quadriplegics and paraplegics. There's one more thing I wanted to add before I end this video. People in the comments saying this is a lie and this seems fake. There's not that many of you, I must say. The majority of comments I've seen regarding Bird's case are very positive. However, there are some people out there that think it's like, cute to message a 14-year-old girl and tell her that she's lying, Bird's daughter. That's really ugly. And some people were talking about like, oh, Mario's fine. He has staples in his head and in his back. In one of the videos, you could see it. I don't understand why anybody thinks it's fake. All the evidence is out there. Anyhow, I'll be linking the GoFundMe, the PayPal, the Venmo, and the CashApp links in my description for the family. I will also be putting in a link for her merch. If you don't have any money to donate, you can always just watch Bird's videos and share Bird's videos. That always helps. Let's continue to send positive thoughts and prayers Bird's way. Let's speak her recovery into existence. Anyways, I hope y'all liked the video. Love y'all.